Ships owned by cruise giant, Carnival Corporation, emit 10 times more air pollution than all of Europe's cars.
Here's a summary of the article.
Carnival Corporation, the world's largest luxury cruise operator, emitted nearly 10 times more sulfur oxide around European coasts than did all 260 million European cars in 2017, a new analysis by sustainable transport group Transport and Environment reveals. These countries are so exposed because they are major tourist destinations, but also because they have less stringent marine sulfur fuel standards, which allows cruise ships to burn the dirtiest, most sulfurous fuel all along their coastlines. Faig Abasov, shipping policy manager at T&E, said, "Luxury cruise ships are floating cities powered by some of the dirtiest fuel possible. Cities are rightly banning dirty diesel cars, but they're giving a free pass to cruise companies that spew out toxic fumes that do immeasurable harm both to those on board and on nearby shores. This is unacceptable." NOx emissions from cruise ships in Europe also heavily impact some cities, equivalent to about 15% of the nitrogen oxides emitted by Europe's passenger car fleet in a year, the report finds. In Marseille, for example, 57 cruise ships emitted in 2017 almost as much NOx as 1/4 of the city's 340,000 passenger cars. Along the coasts of countries such as Norway, Denmark, Greece, Croatia and Malta, a handful of cruise ships are also responsible for more NOx than the majority of their domestic car fleet. Faig Abasov concluded, "There are enough mature technologies to clean up cruise ships. Shoreside electricity can help cut in port emissions, batteries are a solution for shorter distances, and hydrogen technology can power even the biggest cruise ships. The cruise sector are apparently not willing to make the shift voluntarily, so we need governments to step in and mandate zero-emission standards."
This post received a score of 86,242, with an upvote ratio of 93%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Bunker fuel is gross. Most countries don't allow you to burn it until you're out of their jurisdiction and into international waters. Enforcement on the water, however, is tough if not non-existent in some case. Edit. Bunker fuel is a pretty broad term though, I should add. Edit 2.
Greater than most countries don't allow you to burn it until you're out of their jurisdiction and into international waters. Let's reduce domestic emissions by telling people to pump them elsewhere.
We treat our oceans like shit. It's really sad.
Worse than shit, most people actually deal with their shit properly, flush, stoop and scoop, compost etc.
Greater than most people actually deal with their shit properly, flush, stoop and scoop. Wait, what does it mean to stoop, poop? Is THST what the seashells are for?
He doesn't know how to use the 3 seashells. Proper seashells technique.
God damn it. Wait, is this true? Is it for real? Like, legitimate numbers? Well, as always, it depends. Like others mentioned, the fuel burned by those ships is some nasty shit. So, if you're looking at the right pollutant, yes. But for things like CO2, no. This comes from the fact that marine diesels burn literally the dirtiest oil that is the bottom fraction of the refining process. It's super cheap and marine diesels are huge, the biggest being 4 stories tall. Many also run on a 2-stroke process, which cheaper and simpler but also much more polluting and less efficient. Since this fuel and these dirty engines run in international waters and countries need shipping for their economies, no one really regulates them, so people do what they please.
Shipping is a complex issue. Cruises on the other hand really look like something we could properly regulate without sabotaging our economy.
Addressing these issues has a cost, but not addressing these issues has a huge cost too. It's not clear that it is the case, and furthermore, basically this commerce is happening without properly pricing in the costs of burning fossil fuels, hence leading to overconsumption. Economies will adjust, and societies need to change, but we need to take action. Taking this is on industry-wide will lower the cost of adoption for cruise ships too.
Greater than everyone is always so focused on assuming that environmental regulation will destroy commerce. But is not clear that it is the case, and furthermore, it isn't the case, but the oil lobby is very good at what they do.
You mean they have a ton of money to bribe?
I'd have no problem with shutting cruise companies down until they can find a way to run clean. And Disney should set the example.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.